Good morning, everyone. So very happy that Changemaker 20 is organizing such an amazing summit of bringing in a lot of ideas. So and also the organizers G20, C20, and Y20. I've been to few of the events once. So to say who am I and what am I doing here. So I am a I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur. I have a business. I have my own business called as Futura Robotics. So I have a company where I teach a lot of students on robotics. And just now I completed my 12th grade. So, but what you actually people feel is that okay, what a 12th grade student could understand about technology and what he could work on artificial intelligence. So I'm in this field constantly for the past like the past 5 to 6 years. So I know the market. I know how well the market is on and how well where actually the world is going on. So years back, say like 5 or 6 years back, if you would ask me what my ambition was, I would say I would become something in the field of robotics, in the field of robotics engineering. So I've dedicated my entire life to robotics. So starting from my eighth standard, I started working on these things when I was like 13 years or 14 years old. So I started working from the robotics part, and till date, I have been like not till date like 2 years. Until 2 years back, I had the thought that robotics is going to be the future and everything is going to be automated. IoT is the next giant leap. That was my idea. But suddenly, when I was just 2 years back, I suddenly changed my entire scope of knowledge and entire scope to artificial intelligence. So what I saw, what was the reason for the change? Now this is what I want to actually check on. Now, say robotics is a kind of field which is heavily saturated. Saturated in the sense, say for example, every day new technologies do come to our world. Now, for example, say robotics is one kind of such technology. But if you see the research of robotics, like whatever research, what robotics is being carried on, literally every kind of like every single research in robotics has already been taken. There is nothing new to research on robotics. Now, to say simply say robotics has just become an engineering problem. It's not more a scientific problem now. So scientific problems are the most valued when it compared to the so what I thought was artificial intelligence is going to be the next giant leap because I saw the growth of artificial intelligence so faster. Maybe everybody here in the meeting knows what Chat GPT is. So it is a kind of a software where you can chat anything to a language model and it is able to reply with the known answers, whatever it is. Sorry. So that's how faster AI is. Now that AI, whatever AI like the Chat GPT or the thing. Now these kind of artificial intelligence are very much faster in development. But artificial intelligence, what I was saying, the GPT technology was a very old technology. It's not a new technology. GPT was invented back in 2018. That's when actually the generative pre-trained transformers and the text models actually came up. When GPTs came up, back in like 5 to 6 years back, when GPTs came up, it was called as TextGAN. It was called as TextGAN, TextGAN. Now this is what that evolved and that turned into GPTs. Now I'll give you a simple example of what TextGAN are. Now say, if you add two words, man plus crown, you get king. So a man with a crown is a king. So this is what TextGAN was. So simply, if there's a man with a crown, he's a king. So this is how AI is going to predict. Now this prediction feature, whatever things, has been evolved to ChatGPT. Now if you see the speed of evolution, it's very much faster that everybody today are getting adapted to artificial intelligence very easily. Today even a common man is using AI. Say for example, we have a lot of college students around, we have a lot of school students around, we have a lot of IT professionals around. So before the time when they were using the Stack Overflows and GitHub, today the time has changed where we are using Chat GPTs for our programming and for our coding. So what I'm coming to say is technology is going to help a lot to us. Okay, so in this session, what we are going to majorly discuss on is how it is going to navigate us to an emerging technology. Now, what are the emerging technologies that artificial intelligence is? Now, one main scope of technology, what AI is focused on, is the GPT, the generative pre-trained transformers. Now, GPTs are a lot of types. We have image generation GPTs, we have text generation GPTs, and we also have kind of GPTs that do generate music, that do generate speeches. So we have a lot of such GPTs. Now, if you track these GPTs, or if you just arrange these GPTs in an order, at the end of the day, what you're going to get is you are at the end of the day replicating the human mind, you're replicating the human instincts. So, say for example, why do we replicate? Because companies need employees, companies need people who work for them. Now, if those workers are actually being AI trained or something, like if they are an AI, or if a machine is able to do the work of those workers, then the companies or entrepreneurs can easily just push out the workers out. So this is not actually the thing what we want. So how AI is going to emerge and how we are going to work on the navigating technologies. Now, to say simply, the GPTs, how they are going to help is, we have a lot of type of GPTs. Say for example, programmers. Okay, so how programmers are going to use these kind of technologies? Now, we have self-programming methods. Say for example, Microsoft has invented a GPT called as Code GPT. Now, what Code GPT does is very simple. It's something like a GPT which generates code automatically whenever you're going to ask questions. So, say for example, it is being fine-tuned. Say if it's trained to be a chatbot, then whatever question you ask or whatever requirement you put, it's gonna give you the answer. Okay. So when it comes to the voice GPT, today there are a lot of news anchors being converted to AI news anchors. Say for example, even like we have a live session now. Now, if I'm actually speaking to like literally 139 people in the session. Now, all these 139 people, say for example, if in the same 8 to 8:45 session, I also have another session parallel. Say for example, so instead of me, I can use an AI and upload the script, so AI can actually speak. So basically, like we are able to work on such a kind of software where you don't need a human anywhere to do their work. So this is one major advantage what artificial intelligence has. Like it makes the work easier and faster. Now, coming on to the text-based GPTs, today we have a lot of content writers, because if you just take Google, maybe for example, today's generation or people, there is a saying that a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So this is a say that everybody used to say, like a picture is very much. But when you come to computers and things, pictures aren't important. Text is the important data, because text data types are used everywhere. Say for example, if you're searching something in Google, it's not going to give you result based on the images there or based on the videos there. Every data in Google is going to be text recognized. Say for example, if you're a search engine optimizer, you may know like the amount of text data is very much important when it comes to Google search words. So if in the internet or in the world, text data is a kind of very, very important segment. Okay, so whatever data is image or video or audio, everything will be converted to text and they call it as actually BERT engines. So these engines actually convert image data types into text explanatory, where it can be used for search engine purposes. Now, say for example, if you're using such kind of device, so text data sets are very kind of important. So content writers can boost their knowledge on these things. Okay. Now, when it comes to the audio-based GPTs, say for audio GPTs in the sense, the pre-trained transformers that actually work on the technologies that like say for example generating music or generating the voice or deepfaking the voice. So there are a lot of such technologies working on. Okay, now where these technologies are going to lead us? Simple. Today there are thousands and thousands of research institutions working on this project called as AI brain. Means they're replicating the entire neural network of a human being into a machine. Now, at the end of the day, what we are going to get is we are going to get a human clone that actually lives in a computer. Okay. Now, it's tough to replicate emotions, because emotions for robots are just principal emotions. Say for example, say if you hurt the robot, or if you're just saying some offensive words to the robot, it doesn't take it offensive. Because say for example, if somebody scolds us or somebody harms us, or say somebody says something that we don't want to handle, so in such a case, like we humans have some pains, or we used to get goosebumps, or we used to get like different type of body emotions. But AIs or GPTs doesn't, or machines doesn't get those kind of emotions. It's programmed. Say for example, if you program a robot, say for example, if I scold the robot, but it should reply me happily, it can do it. It doesn't take anything personal. So if you're replicating the human brain, there is a kind of opportunity where humans getting replaced everywhere. Now, AI has been a very high emerging technology. Now coming to the job replacements. Now I've been telling from a very long time that AI can replicate human emotions, but at the same time, if something is being replicated, there is a lot of job loss that's going to take place. Because if you say our general society, or whatever society we are living on, we live in a society where we have been trained to go for work. So from our schooling, we start our schooling from first standard, and then we go for 10th, we write an exam, we pass 10th, and we pass 12th, and we get into the college, and from the college we get a degree, and after getting the degree we go for job cycles, give the resume, and we get the job. So that is what the circle we are getting. So you are literally using like around 10 to 15 years of your entire lifetime to get that one job. But if that one job is being replaced by an AI which is being developed within 2 years, then that's the biggest problem here. Now, how do we solve that problem, and how do we get through it? Now, simple. There is this one thing I would like to also say. Before AI is taking over you, you take over AI. That is what a general kind of say to solve this major problem. Okay. So, for example, how do I take over AI? Because you may ask, AI is so powerful, and how do I take over? Simple. Now, say I am a content writer. Say for example, I am a content writer. I am going to write content to a lot of newspapers, or web articles or blogs. So I personally, let's say I am going to use artificial intelligence. Okay, so when you use artificial intelligence yourself, you are able to work on. Say if I use artificial intelligence for content writing and such kind of things, it's going to make my work easier. So before AI, some other AI is going to come to you and take over your job. You are taking over AI. So you are taking over AI and making your work easier. Okay. So say for example, you're making the work faster, because AI can do only one task at a time. Say for example, if it's a text GPT, it can only do text GPT. But humans, we have multi-talented. So if you say I'm a content writer, I have to take text and also image, I can do the task at the same time. So if I'm doing it, so the speed of the AI also increases. So first rule to just ensure that we should work on, or we should actually come out of this, AI overtaking can be overtaking can be solved by using AI. Okay. Now, in the second segment, where artificial intelligence, the technology, say for example, this is an example of a content writer. Say if I'm a video creator, I can deepfake my image. Say if I have a style image, and if I make it to speak with the help of deepfakes or some kind of the technology is called as lip-can. So this technology is helped to make the videos that move like lip emotions or eye movements, or say if I blink my eyes or move my head. So it is able to create a realistic video of how I do speak. Okay. Now by this, what technically we can do is, with the help of AI, we can generate script and publish a lot of content. Now, what I want people to do is, within the next 15 to 20 years, we have to generate a kind of defense system, a kind of immune system against the AI. Okay, against in the sense you are not saying to suppress the AI, but to use AI for your betterment of it, because that is the use of technology.